So this is lesson 3.1, measures of central tendency. And that sounds like some big fancy words, central tendency, but really all it means is mean, median, and mode. Where's the center of the data? Is the center of the data at the best at the mean? Is it best at the median, the mode? That's what we're going to talk about. So to find the mean, which is just called the average, we use X bar and what's called mu to symbolize it. We use X bar for a sample, and we use mu as a population. They're both found the exact same way. And you find the average by taking the sum of the data divided by the sample size. That means you add all the numbers and divide by how many numbers you have. Here is the symbol, and it equals, all this fancy thing right here means is to add the numbers. It means the sum of the X values divided by the sample size, and that's what little n stands for. And then mu, see it, they're the exact same things, except this is big N, because big N stands for the sample size of a population. Little n stands for the sample size of a sample. Yes. So they're the same exact thing, just labeled differently. The same exact thing, just labeled differently. The median is the number that's in the middle. But before you can find the middle, you have to put it in order. And the median is represented by MED, or you sometimes see X with a squiggly bar on top of it. Mode, we use the big M for that, and it's the score that shows up the most in the data. You might have 1, you might have 2, you might not have a mode at all. And so here's is calculate all 4 measures of central tendency for each of the following data sets. Compare the results, identify the best representative of the center of the data. So this is what we're going to use, but just let me show you how to do it. On your calculator, you're going to press stat, and then you're going to press enter, because what we want is that first one that says edit. So we're going to go there. And then notice that you have a list 1, a list 2, a list 3, list 4, list 5, list 6. If any of your lists are missing, you can fix it by pressing Stat, Setup Editor, and then just hit Enter and it's done. And so if you had things in the edit, to enter numbers, you press the number and then enter, the number and then enter, and it puts them in there. To clear a list out, to make it all go away at one time, you can go up on top, hit clear and down, and it takes the numbers away. If you hit delete, the list goes away. But remember, we can fix that by stat, 5, enter, setup editor, enter. Alright, so to enter the numbers in, we press stat, we go to edit, and then we're going to enter. So 3, enter, 4, enter, 5, enter, 6, enter, 7, 6, there were 2 6s, 7, 8, and 9. Now, if I go on top of the 9, my last number, I can see right here how many numbers that I have in there. It says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have 8 numbers. Now, the calculator will find the mean for us. And what we do is we press Stat, Calc, 1, and then we have to tell it. I'm going to clear this out. Stat, Calc, 1, but we have to tell it, where did I put this stuff? I put it in list 1. So second list, and there's list 1. And then I can hit enter, and there's my mean. So here my mean would be 6. X squiggly bar stands for median, and if I use my down arrow key, I see MED. My median is 6. Oh, that's my mode. My median is 6. And if I look, my mode is 6 as well. You cannot find the mode on the calculator. You have to look at your data for the mode. Okay, let's do another one. So it says compare the results and identify the best representative of the center of the data. What's the middle of the data? Well, these are all the same. So we can't really say which one represents the best. But the median is what's in the middle, but they're all 6. Alright, so here, to enter it in, stat, edit. To clear the list, go on top, hit clear and down. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Stat, calc, 1. Second, list 1. Now, let me see something. Some of you may have a calculator that, don't know if I can get this. No. This one might do it. No. Some of you may have a calculator that when you go to stat and then you go to calc and then you go to edit, stat calc 1, instead of it putting it like this, it may, I think it says X list or maybe something, and then I think it says frequency, and then I don't know, something maybe, and then calculate. But all you need to put in the X list, you need to do just like we did. Second stat, which is where our lists are, and put in list 1. Yours just will look like a column of things down through here, and then you'll see calculate, and if you go to calculate and you hit enter, you will see the same information. So on this one, our mean is 5.5 because X bar is the mean. And notice that it's always X bar. No matter if it's mean or if it's population or if it's a sample, it doesn't know the difference. You have to tell whether it's a mean or a sample of which one to put. X, this is supposed to be a squiggly bar. X squiggly, which is the median. If we scroll down, I get my median to be 6. And the mode, there isn't one.